What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today I'm really excited for this one. We're gonna check out the Deadweald Audio Duality DX. Let's go. All right, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing great out there today. I'm really excited about this video because I recently got this pedal in. I've been waiting on this pedal for months because they're a smaller company. They're doing smaller batches. It was literally in its prototype slash pre-order phase when I first saw Jason Frankhauser's video on Instagram on a JCM 800. So the reason I was drawn to this pedal is it literally has 3 different modes on it, and it has built-in gates. So that's the pedal in a nutshell. It's got a green mode in it that is a TS9 style circuit. It's got a blue mode in it that is a TC integrated preamp style circuit. Each one has their own control, so the blue channel's down here on the bottom, green channel's up here on the top. But on top of that, it has a hidden mode. I forget what they call it, but it literally stacks the 2 pedals and activates them together. So right now, both drives are engaged at the same time. So obviously that's a ton of gain, right? Turn the gain down on our rectifier. Here's your stock, or here's your rectifier, no boost. With the pedals stacked. Sounds awesome. And you can tweak each pedal with the settings on. So let's turn the bass down, treble up a little bit. Obviously it's a little bright, but it tightens up the rectifier significantly. So if we turn the bass up, which is usually something you don't want to do on a rectifier if you're going for a tight sound, it tightens it up a lot. And you still have a ton of output. We can go even lower on the drive. That sounds really, really good. I didn't think that I would use that mode on the rectifier. I wanted to use it on my 2203 because that thing just doesn't have enough output to get into the saturation that I want to get into to use it for like Bushido code or thrash metal type stuff. So we're on the 2203 now. By the way, the gates, the green and red gate is on one knob and the blue gate is on the other. So you can control the gate on all 3 channels. It's combined for the green and red, but because you can't quickly switch to this, you can switch to it by stepping on both. You'll probably want to fine tune that anyways between the green and the red. So the gate works awesome. You can hook this up via the 4 cable method, so you could run it through your effects loop or run effects pedals in the loop of the pedal. The gate, I mean, it literally replaces your gate and your overdrive. If you have like a TC style overdrive and a TS9 and a gate, you can take all 3 of those off your board and put this thing on there. How awesome is that? All right, guys, so here is my 2203 with no overdrive. As you can hear, nobody would ever use that for thrash. Here it is with the pedal engaged on the red channel. and it's dead silent. So we're gonna turn the bass up. We're gonna turn the preamp gain up. Get a little bit more mids in there. I fattened it out. Oh, yes. That's awesome. I haven't even tried it with this amp yet. This is the first time. Dead silent. Dead silent. I am so impressed by this pedal, guys. Let's take a little bit more of a look at the other channels. There's also another mode where it allows you to just hold this switch down and it switches temporarily to whatever channel you're not on. I think it's always on the green, but you can switch it over to the blue just by holding it. So like if you want an extra boost for a solo and you've got the blue dialed in a certain way and that's what you want, just step on that pedal for whatever lick, whatever little thing you're doing, and step off as soon as you're done. Pretty cool feature. Something I probably won't use, but cool nonetheless. All right, so now we're back into the stock mode where we can bypass or switch to either channel permanently. So right now we're on the Tube Screamer channel. The knobs look a little goofy on here because 0 is like this, and then all the way on is all the way up. That's how they sent it to me. I may change it just because I like the typical, dials on a Tube Screamer. That's how I know things are set. So anyways, this really isn't at noon. This is like at 3.5 on a normal Tube Screamer set at noon. So we'll do that. And we got volume up. That sounds great. It's pushing the 800 pretty good. 2203, not 800. Makes a pretty significant difference. So let's turn the gain up. Seems to be a pretty clean gain. It doesn't really add a lot of clipping or anything like that, so you're not going to get a whole lot more saturation by upping the gain like you kind of would on a TS9. All right, so that sounds pretty cool, right? So let's go over to the blue channel, which is the TC integrated preamp channel. That's with the volume all the way up. We got the bass and the treble pretty much even. So that sounds pretty good. Now, on here you can fine tune the bass and the treble. So I'm gonna try turning the preamp gain on the Marshall and make sure I'm still recording. Turn the bass down on the pedal to see if we can kind of dial out some of the flubbiness that comes with maxing the preamp gain on this thing. Still kind of fat, so we'll pull that back a little bit. Pushes the 800 nicely, but again, that red channel for something that's got mid-gain tones like a 2203, that's just rad. I no longer, I mean, I've got a hot mod for this thing, but right now it's not installed. Which, by the way, David is going to be updating my hot mod to the V2 and sending me an Evo to try out on this channel. So I'm super excited for that. So stay tuned for that. That'll be next month. Anyways, if you just want one pedal to do it all, push your 2203 or JCM 800, 2203, 2204 into thrash metal territory. This thing does it. It absolutely does it. It sounds great, and it's silent because the way that the gate is integrated into the pedal, it comes after the boost, so you're not even hearing the hiss from the boost. I don't have enough good things to say about this. Let's check it out on the rectifier real quick, and then I gotta get out of here because I gotta get back to work. Son of a bitch! So, channel 2 vintage mode on the dual rectifier. Let's kick in the tube screamer. I'm gonna pull the treble back a little bit. All right, so we're gonna turn the gain up. That sounds so good. I even have the bass still kind of cranked on this thing. All right, let's mess with the settings a little bit. Let's turn it up for more highs, high mids. That's awesome. That pedal sounds great. Oh, the tube screamer circuit sounds great. Let's go to the TC side. I'm gonna turn the bass down a little more, turn it up on the amp. Don't like that. So yeah, we're on the TC integrated preamp side now. Again, here's the amp, no boost. Gives it a very metallic edge the way that it's set up right now. Let's turn some more bass on the pedal, but less on the amp. Oh, just face planted my $1,000 camera and lens, so that's cool. Anyways. Guys, this sounds really good. I don't have enough good things to say. The gate works flawlessly. You can fine tune it. There's a lot of range, so you have to be a little careful, but it's not like a decimator where there's like a certain point where it's on off, you know, it's very sensitive, so you can dial it in exactly how you need it, which is great. We're cranking in the room right now. This is loud, so I mean, it's still got the amp dead silent. We're gonna do the red channel one more time on the rectifier, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. All right, red channel engaged. Can get very genty. That's I know the TC, the Fortin stuff, like the 33 and the grind are based off fixed frequency on the TC integrated preamp, so that makes sense, but that's so good. It's great, very modern. Turn that up, turn that down. Get a little more bass on the amp. Guys, I've never liked a rectifier as much as I'm liking this right now. That's it for me today, guys. Deadweald Audio Engineering, Duality DX. Check it out. They are 225 brand new, shipped to you from Germany. They will come quick once they're built. They are awesome people to deal with. I paid for this pedal myself. This is not a free review, anything like that, not an endorsement. I just love this thing. So please, visit their page on Facebook because that's where you order from, and check it out. It's an amazing pedal, especially for the price. Everything that they do is executed super well. I can't say enough good things about it. But anyways, Kyle here again. Hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.